Tuesday morning. So this is not my typical Facebook Live time, but it's because tomorrow is a holiday in Utah, which just happens to be one of my very, very, very favorite holidays. It's called Pioneer Day. It's when the pioneers came into the Salt Lake Valley. So for those of you that are in Utah, you'll know that tomorrow is all about like the parade and the fair and the fireworks and all the things. And I just love it. And just, I knew that I would be at the parade. So, but I still wanted to get this in this week because I didn't do it last week because we were on vacation. I don't know about you, but summer for us has been so busy, like good busy. Like I've worked really, really hard, but then we've played really hard too. So that kind of makes it fun. It kind of balances things out, I guess. But this morning we are chatting about live video, how to get over the fear of that. Does live video freak you out? It used to freak me out. I don't know if it does for you. If it does, let me know. Holler below. Let me know if it still freaks you out or if you've gotten over it. We're going to talk about a couple of my favorite ways to get over that fear today. One of the things that is the hardest for me was that I'd get my hair done and my makeup done and I'd get my note cards written out because I have to have notes, which I'll talk about in just a minute. I usually invite a few friends on for moral support, and then it's time to hit that live button and I like get this sickness in the pit of my stomach and I freeze and I get sweaty because that's what happens when I get nervous is I get really sweaty. Hey, Heather. And then I end up like talking myself out of going live. So, and I get nervous because I think, what if no one's watching, which is a whole nother issue. But that can throw off your whole game. At least for me, it does. When I get nervous like that, it throws off my whole game. And sometimes I still get super nervous, but there's a few things that I have put in place that help me power through and do better. So I'm Christy Hansvik of Simply Online, and I am a marketer's secret weapon. I teach entrepreneurs how to be more visible online by repurposing their content. We actually have done for you services as well, so we can help with that too. Before we dive in, if this is a topic that speaks to you, I would love to have you share it out with your friends. Having more people live is always, let's see if I can get this up here. Maybe. There we go. Hey, Larry. Hey, Shannon. If this is a topic that speaks to you, please share with your friends. Things are always more fun when you have friends with you, right? And the more the merrier. So let's dive right in. My very first tip, which you're probably going to laugh at because it's so super simple, is to practice. Practice makes perfect. You've probably been told that your whole entire life. Let me fix this camera a little bit. There we go. That's better. You've probably been told that your entire life is to practice. Something that really has helped me, and this may sound silly, but is using the Marco Polo app. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Marco Polo, but it's like a video walkie-talkie or a video voicemail. I use it with my accountability partner. So every morning we jump on, I send her a message of what I'm working on for the day, what my big rocks and my big goals are. She sends me one, and then we check in at the end of the day as well. That has really, really helped me get comfortable with live video. I also use it a lot with my husband to talk during the day. Oh, hey, Amber. Yep, she's my accountability partner. So she's the one that I check in with in the mornings. So I also use it with my husband to talk during the day because it's easier than texting for us. So the other thing that sometimes people don't realize is you can actually do Facebook Live on your page, but do it as private. So when you're going to start it, there's an option that says, who do you want to show this to? And you can say like public, you can show it to a group, you can show it to a page. You can also select only me. That way you can do it just for you. So you can practice, you can make sure that your technology is working right. Sometimes that has issues. You can practice going live and then you can rewatch it. So that's something that I think a lot of times people don't realize there is that you can actually practice it to help just help you get better at it and get more comfortable with the technology, because a lot of times that's the struggle too. Okay, tip number 2 is to make notes. So I am all about notes. I have to have notes. I am not a talk off the cusp type of person. I know there are plenty of people that are, but that is not me. I used to have to write it out sentence by sentence, like, and practice it, and it took me a long time. I'm getting better now that I can get away with just bullet points, which helps too. But the good thing about making notes, or at least making bullet points and being thoughtful about what you're talking about, is that you know that you're serving your audience well. You're speaking to their pain, you're strategic and planned in what you're talking to them about. And so it really does help, especially if you're like me and you need the notes so that you don't get totally sidetracked or lose your train of thought. Because that's totally me. It always has been me. It probably always will be me. And I just have come to accept that. Okay, third thing, ask your friends to join live. So this one may seem kind of silly, but for me, when I have people on the call and commenting and interacting with me, it keeps my energy high and it gets me excited and it makes me feel like more like I have a purpose and like my message is being heard. And I know that is completely a mindset thing, but it helps. So I actually have a group of 4 or 5 people that we message each other before we go live and just say, hey, I'm going live today. If you can jump on, that would be great. And then we just support each other in that space of being on live. So a couple of these ladies on here with me are part of that group because they're so amazing and awesome, and it really just helps keep the momentum going. So the other thing is when you have people on live and commenting with you, you're scoring some extra points with the algorithm. So that's going to help you get more exposure and more visibility too. So don't be afraid to ask people to jump on with you. Even if they're not your clients, your ideal clients, they're just a friend. Most people are going, if you help them out, they'll help you out. So that's something that I encourage you to do, especially if you're just getting started, is find a couple of people to jump on with you so that you have that interaction as you're talking. That's really going to help, will help a lot. Last thing, did I mention practice? Because if I didn't, I'm going to say it again. And you'll probably hear me say it 57 more times because practicing is so important. If I go back and look at the first Facebook Lives that I did a year ago, I'm so embarrassed. They were not awesome. But as I've grown and learned and got new skills, it's something that I'm still working on and I'm still working to perfect. But the practicing and the consistency has helped. Hey, Ashley. And that's something that is, you can't fake experience. So just keep practicing, just keep going. So those are my 3 favorite ways to get more comfortable with being on live video. Practice, make sure you have notes, and then ask some friends to join with you. That will help a lot. So again, my name is Christy Hansbeck with Simply Online. We help entrepreneurs be more visible online by repurposing their content. And I will be live here again next week, Wednesday. That's my typical day, is Wednesday at 11:30 Mountain Time. So I hope that you will join us, join me again next week. We will be done with holidays and mostly done with summer vacations. So hopefully things will get back to normal. So, okay, thanks for joining. Bye.